You guys, there is about to be a whole bunch of new tarot and oracle decks that are about to launch during the spring of 2023, and I'm all about these decks. So today we're going to be going over the most anticipated tarot and oracle card releases that are going to be coming out during the spring of this year. So let's go ahead and get started. But first, hi, hello. If you don't know me, my name is Ivy. I'm also known as the Witchypreneur here on YouTube as well as on Instagram and on TikTok. I am a social media manager and coach for the spiritual and occult community, and I also do tarot guidance, tarot readings, and also tarot coaching as well. Today we are going to be talking about some amazing decks that are going to be rolling out starting spring of this year. So we got a few Etsy, we got a lot of mass marketed decks that are going to be available to all. So let's just go ahead and jump into it from the earliest deck that's going to be released up into the latest deck. So starting off with number one. So number one, we have the P0T Tarot, and this box is very appealing to me. I really like the pastel colors. I'm a big pastel type of girl, so the pastels are very, very eye-catching to me. There's not too much information about what this deck actually looks like. What I can see online is that it says classic tarot deck that accesses the wisdom of recreational guidance and enlightenment for a higher state of mind. 78 full colored cards and an instruction booklet. So we know it's going to be full colored. We know it's going to rely a lot, obviously, on the thing. I mean, it is called the P0T Tarot. And so for any of you plant medicine gals out there, this might be a deck that you want to check out. So as for me, am I going to buy or pass it? Honestly, as of right now, I don't know. It depends on how this deck looks. If this deck looks as stunning as the box looks, I might have to get it. But if I find that it's not my cup of tea, and it for like the nine of, you know how I feel about pip decks, you guys. If it's a pip deck, I probably am gonna have to pass it. There are some people that love pip decks. Me personally, I don't like them. So for like the 9 of Pentacles, there's 9 little plants or 9 little, you know, like, it's not gonna work for me. So it depends. So right now that is indifferent. We're not sure. All right, so for the next deck that I have, this one, I didn't know exactly where to place it because it says it can arrive anywhere between March 14th till April 5th. So this is the Retro Rider-Waite Vintage Tarot deck, and this is available on Etsy for pre-order right now. This deck looks like your classic Rider-Waite Tarot, but it doesn't have the borders on the side. And on top of that, it has this adorable like pastel look to it. And if you guys know, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys might know that pastels are kind of my thing. Like, I really love to use pastels. That's kind of like my aesthetic on Instagram. So I might have to purchase this deck. However, this deck is $82.96. So because of that price point, I might have to wait and see if it's really worth the 82 bucks. But as of right now, again, I am indifferent about this one. And again, you can get this one on Etsy. I will have a link to all of these decks and where you can purchase it down below. So click the link in the description. So the next deck is another one that's going to be available on Etsy. It's available for pre-order right now, and it is called the This Always Opens to the Story Within Tarot deck. It is a unique indie tarot deck inspired by the Rider-Waite. This one is on sale for $47.50, and it will be available between March 23rd to April 4th. This deck is absolutely stunning. It definitely gives that Rider-Waite type of vibe, but obviously more modern and a little bit more like darker. Very realistic, very definitely heavy on fantasy elements, and it has a very like darker take, but I can still see where it takes inspiration from the Rider-Waite. It looks like it's fully illustrated. It is not pip, which I love. It really does stick to its Rider-Waite theme. And they do have a tarot journal that is available to purchase with it. So if you wanted to add the tarot journal, it's just like an additional few bucks, honestly. It's $51.66 with the tarot journal, and without it it's $47. So honestly, for a couple more dollars you can get a full detailed tarot journal. And the tarot journal looks really cool. Like, it literally is very detailed. You're able to put the question, the card, and you know, the messages behind it. So this deck, honestly, this deck I'm gonna have to buy. Yay! This is one that I definitely want to buy. I love the uniqueness of it, even though it is heavily inspired by the Rider-Waite, which if a deck is inspired by the Rider-Waite, it's definitely going to be probably a yes for me. But on top of that, it has very like a very realistic art feel to it. Kind of reminds me of something you'd see at like like those museums in France, you know, where like Monet's paintings are at and Leonardo da Vinci. Like, it gives me that sort of like vibe and that feel. And it's also, again, very fully illustrated, and it has that beautiful kind of darker fantasy take on it, which is something that I honestly really love. So I'm probably going to buy it, and I'm probably going to buy it with the tarot journal because it's just a few dollars more, and the tarot journal looks pretty darn cool. So let me know what you guys think about this one, if you want to buy it or pass it. Okay, so the next deck is the Midnight Magic deck, and this is a tarot deck of mushrooms. This deck is going to be launching on March 28th, 2023, and it is going to retail for $21.99. This is going to be available for mass market, so you can pretty much get it anywhere you are. I see it on Amazon here. And this deck, it's very mushroom inspired. So you see like the High Priestess has like a mushroom, and all the cards, the major arcana, but it has the shroom or the mushroom that's associated with it. It tells you the name of the mushroom and its scientific name, and then underneath it tells you what major arcana card that is. This deck, because I know nothing of mushrooms and their properties, I don't think that I would connect with this deck like at all. So for this one, I personally am going to have to pass. Somehow, if you are a mushroom fiend or a mushroom fanatic and you know your shrooms, then this might be someone that you might want to check out. So next we have another one that is featured on Amazon. This one is called Tricksters Journey. It is a tarot deck. This one is going to retail for $30 and is going to be available on April 4th, 2023 on Amazon. So this deck looks very simplistic. I don't know. I like the colors. I like the watercolor sort of theme that's going on, but I have no idea how the minor arcana is going to look, if it's going to be pip or if it's going to be, I don't want to even say fully illustrated because it's not really fully illustrated, somewhat illustrated. So as of right now, there's not really anything that's calling my attention or anything like that. So as of right now, I might have to say that I'm going to pass on the Trickster deck. But again, let me know what you guys think. So the next deck, for all my cat lovers out there, there's going to be a deck that's coming out, and it's called the Grimalkans Cat Tarot. This is going to be available on Amazon, and it's going to be available on April 4th, 2023, and it's going to retail for $29.99. This deck honestly looks really cute. I have the Cat Tarot, but this one is a much more like realistic type of vibe. As you can see, the kittens on the pictures are very real. They're very realistic. I like how the sun card has like the flowers blossoming. Like, there's so much symbolism. I can tell that there's so much symbolism at least from what I see in these cards. So you can definitely, even if you don't read tarot traditionally and you like to read tarot intuitively, there's probably so much that you can get out of each and every one of these cards just by seeing the details that they have included in the illustrations. Definitely, as of right now, I'm gonna say bye. Next, coming in hot is going to be the Tarot of Innocence. And this one again is going to be available on Amazon, and it's going to be released on April 8th. And it's gonna retail for $27.95. This is another deck that I'm not too sure about. This is a black and white deck. I like the illustrations. The illustrations are pretty cute. You know, like they do draw my attention a little bit. However, and I do see that there is a little bit of symbolism there. For example, we have the Fool card, and you see that his third eye is open, but you see that he's still hanging on to some monsters and some baggage. Then you see some alcoholism there. There's definitely a lot, even though, of symbolism within the cards. I am a very colorful person. Like I said, I love my pastels, my rainbow pastels. It's my whole aesthetic on Instagram. So I'm not sure about this deck. As of right now, I'm gonna have to say pass. This one's not really calling out to me too much. But like I said, this one's gonna be available on April 8th. On Amazon.com. Okay, so next we've been doing pure tarot decks. Now we finally have a oracle deck. This is the Shadow and Light Oracle. And it says reflection cards to unlock your unconscious mind. This is going to be available on May 1st, 2023, and it's going to retail for $24.95, and this is going to be available on Amazon.com. This Oracle deck really calls my attention. I think it is beautiful. It is stunning. It definitely gives me who makes tarot decks like this? I forgot what her name is, but it just definitely gives me that vibe of, I think it's the Angel Tarot that it reminds me of. The illustrations are very realistic, but still have a lot of cute tones, and we see again that pastel thing going on. And it definitely has a lot of symbolism behind it, like the growth and the pain card, and we see this tree that's dying. And I absolutely love it. This one's very stunning, and this one is probably gonna be one that I'm gonna have to buy. So for this one, I'm going to have to say bye. I definitely like it. I love that the author's name is Selena Moon. That's cute. So this is called the Human Spirit Oracle. This is also going to be available on May 1st, and it's going to retail for $26.95, and it's going to be available on Amazon.com. So this Oracle deck is, again, very stunning. It does remind me a little bit of this deck that I have, and I forgot what it's called. I like how the side looks. Any way the wind blows, the little descriptions are adorable. I love how we have a lot of diversity when it comes to the illustrations. And I honestly love the color scheme as well. It can, we have the yellows, the reds, the blues, so it can associate very much with the chakra system. Just by seeing these few, it's not enough to convince me to buy it. So as of right now, I might have to say that I'm gonna pass on this one. I feel like I already have a deck that looks very similar to this one. So I might have to pass as of now, but let me know what you guys think. Alright, so the next deck is going to be the Tarot Original 1909, and this is the mini deck. The full size is available already, so seeing that that one was already available, I'm probably going to be purchasing that one. This is a mini one, so something that's a little bit more compact friendly if you wanted to carry around a deck in your purse. This one's going to retail for $16.95, again available on Amazon, and it's going to be available May 8th, 2023. This is pretty much the original, very first Rider-Waite tarot deck. The OG 1909 deck, however, it's in a much smaller, more compact, condensed size. I might have to get this one. I'm gonna get the full size one for sure. Definitely gonna buy this one. This one is a maybe, just depending on if I want to take something to go, because you never know when someone's gonna ask for a tarot reading. You'd be surprised. They'll just pop up in the most random places and you're like, well, I don't have a deck, so I can't do it right now. So as of right now, It's amazing. So the next deck is the Roast Iconic Oracle deck. 30 cards for getting wrecked by the universe. This one is going to be available on May 9th and it's going to retail for $14.99. This deck, I am not sure what it's gonna look like. It's only 30 cards, but if it looks anything like the box, and again it says the Roast Iconic Oracle deck, I think I'm gonna have to buy it. Like, cause even if it's anything like the Rebel deck. When I was first learning tarot and I was first learning oracles and all that, the Rebel deck was definitely one of my favorites. Even though it had no illustrations, I loved the messages. They were absolutely ruthless and blunt, and I liked how it just kind of just told it how it is without me having to say it. So I really liked that deck, and if it's anything like that, I don't even care if it's illustrated. I'm gonna have to buy this deck. Like, I don't even know what it looks like, but if it's anything like that one, it's a definite buy. So as of right now, I'm gonna say buy. So that is it, you guys. That is the most anticipated tarot and oracle decks that are going to be launching during spring 2023. So again, let me know which decks you guys are interested in buying and which ones you're gonna pass on and why. Let me know down in the comments below. And if you haven't yet, please make sure to subscribe and turn on that notification bell to be notified when I post. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. And stay tuned for the next one because I'm going to be going over some witchcraft books, highly anticipated witchcraft books as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.